Detective Alex Thompson leaned against the gritty brick wall of the alley, his eyes scanning the dimly lit surroundings. The cold night air whispered through the narrow space, carrying the scent of distant rain and the electric buzz of anticipation. He checked his watch, its hands inching towards midnight, and adjusted the collar of his trench coat, a shield against the chill that seeped through the city's bones. Thompson had been chasing the elusive Shadow Man for months, a criminal mastermind known for leaving behind nothing but shattered reflections. The city's skyline loomed overhead, a silhouette of steel and glass reflecting the uncertainty that had gripped its citizens. A flicker of movement caught Thompson's attention. He straightened, his hand instinctively reaching for the grip of his service weapon. The rhythmic click-clack of high heels echoed through the narrow passage, each step a crescendo in the dark symphony of the city. "Detective Thompson," a sultry voice called from the shadows, and a figure emerged. She was a femme fatale, her silhouette outlined by the dim glow of the flickering neon sign above. Raven hair framed a face that held the secrets of 1,000 nights. "Vivian Steele," Thompson said, his eyes narrowing. Steele was a notorious information broker, with connections that reached into the darkest corners of the criminal underworld. Her presence meant trouble, and Thompson was always wary of those who danced on the edge. "I've got something for you, Detective," Steele purred, producing a slim dossier from the depths of her coat. Thompson snatched it from her hands, his eyes scanning the contents. "Shadowman's next move," she said, her lips curling into a sly smile. "But it's gonna cost you, Thompson. Information isn't free in this city." Thompson's jaw clenched, but he knew he had no choice. The clock was ticking, and Shadowman always seemed to be one step ahead. He reached into his pocket, retrieving a wad of crumpled bills, and shoved them into Steele's outstretched hand. "Play nice, Detective," she said, disappearing back into the shadows as quickly as she had come. The dossier revealed a cryptic message, a riddle that hinted at Shadowman's next target. Thompson's mind raced as he deciphered the clues, piecing together the puzzle that would lead him to the heart of the criminal's lair. The trail took Thompson to the abandoned warehouse district, a labyrinth of forgotten industry now shrouded in darkness. Raindrops began to fall, creating a staccato rhythm on the rusty metal roofs. Thompson navigated the maze of empty corridors, his senses heightened as he approached the epicenter of the mystery. A flickering light drew him to a door at the end of a desolate hallway. He kicked it open, revealing a dimly lit room filled with crates and shadows. At the center, a figure stood, his back turned to Thompson. "Shadowman," Thompson growled, his hand tightening around the grip of his weapon. The criminal turned slowly, the dim light revealing a face obscured by a mask of shattered glass. The fractured reflections danced across the room, distorting reality. "Thompson," Shadowman's voice echoed, a chilling whisper that sent shivers down the detective's spine. "You're always one step behind. Can't you see the beauty in the chaos?" Thompson raised his weapon, his eyes fixed on the elusive foe. "Your beauty is destruction, and I'm here to put an end to it." The room erupted into a symphony of gunfire as Thompson and Shadowman clashed in a deadly dance. Bullets shattered crates, sparks flying in the chaotic waltz. Thompson's senses honed by years on the force, he anticipated Shadowman's every move, but the criminal's agility was unparalleled. As the dust settled, Thompson found himself on the ground, his gun skidding out of reach. Shadowman loomed over him, the fractured mask reflecting the defeated detective's image. "It's over, Thompson," Shadowman declared, his voice triumphant. "Your city will crumble, and you will be left with nothing but shattered reflections." Just as Shadowman prepared to deliver the final blow, a gunshot rang out, the bullet tearing through the air with deadly precision. Shadowman staggered, his mask shattering into 1,000 pieces. Vivian Steele stood at the doorway, a smoking gun in her hand. "Nice of you to drop by, Detective," she smirked, a hint of satisfaction in her eyes. Thompson rose to his feet, his gaze fixed on the fallen Shadowman. The once elusive criminal lay defeated, the shattered reflections now a mosaic of defeat. Thompson nodded at Steele, a silent acknowledgement of their uneasy alliance. As the authorities descended on the scene, Thompson watched as Shadowman was led away in handcuffs, his reign of chaos finally brought to an end. The city, once veiled in uncertainty, began to breathe again, the shattered reflections fading into the dawn of a new day. Detective Alex Thompson knew that the city would always be a battleground, a place where shadows danced with the light. But as he walked away from the wreckage, he couldn't shake the feeling that some reflections, once shattered, could never be fully restored.